Dead meme.
Hey guys, it's Dead Meme. I'm going to show you today how to locate asteroids, set up mines, create a passive income. Going to go through the process of how I locate them, what setup on the ship to use, and what to do when you actually find them in the sectors. So I'm going to jump right in. You're going to need some sort of deep scanner. This perk or this item that you can install on your ship will give you the ability to detect a hidden mass sector. It shows up as a yellow blip on the map. Another scanner is the object finder. This is another object that's installed in the subsystems. And as you can see, it'll locate claimable asteroids, flight recorders, treasure. It has a detection range of the entire sector. Like, this is why I've chosen this one. These ones are later in the game. The first ones you find typically won't be this good, but I'll show you the method you could use to locate these even if you don't have the high tier version. Just a low quality version of this is really all you need. So I'm going to move on to the next step. All right, in the map screen, just look for little pulses that will slowly reveal all the yellow dots. This is a hidden mass signature. So we'll set course and we'll do the hyperspace thing. We'll jump out there after it calculates and we'll scan the sector. Something to keep in mind, in the majority of hidden mass sectors, there will be pirates, so be prepared. We've arrived in a hidden mass sector as well, so I know there's an asteroid here, but I'm going to show you the method in which you could use to search for it without some of the better equipment. This is how I found a lot of my asteroids in the beginning. So by pushing N, we'll use WASD and the mouse wheel to scroll around the map. Oh, and as you can see, very large and strange shaped asteroid. So middle mouse click on it when you find it in that menu and you can drive over to it. And of course I'll show you this system. Holding down left shift, I have the object detector installed. And as you can see, it highlights it on the map. I'd like to point to it because I'm a dummy. But it shows you on the map where to find it. There's several colors. Orange is the asteroids. White, I believe, is beacons and hidden caches. But we're going to move up to this thing, and we're going to give her a claim. There we go. It can be finicky, but now it is ours. So I'm going to come back when I'm ready for the next step. So I've ordered another ship to come here. It has an economic scanner on it. It's my tug vessel. I've used it in a previous video. We talk about moving the asteroids around so you can make a more compact sector. It's easier to defend, but I'll link to that video. That's a totally different discussion. With this economic scanner equipped, there we go. So this one has an economic overview when permanently installed. So hold down left shift, click on that interface, and we're going to look at what valuable objects are here. So water is the one raw resource you can get from an asteroid here that is of high value. Now, this isn't necessary. Any asteroid mine, pretty much, as long as it's anywhere near someone else's territory, will make you money. Just don't do lead. Lead is not that great. All right, so with the asteroid selected, push F. You're going to have two options. You can found a mine. You can sell the asteroid. These people are willing to give me 700,000 for it, but of course, 700,000 is nothing compared to what the mine can make you. So we'll hit found mine. You'll have the option to transform it into various mines that are available. Like, these are all the base resources of the game. These kind of like start the supply chains. So like the ice mine is water. If you hold your cursor over them, it'll give you an idea, because some of them, like the noble metals, there's 3 kinds, but you get different metals from each. And so there's like an ore mine for iron and silicone for the computer components and so on and so on. So we're going to choose, let's do copper. Transform. So it's going to give you a warning once you do this, you can't undo it. Hit OK. We'll call it Copper Mine 2, because I already have one. I'm the most creative person ever. All right, so now that it's been transformed, you can access it by pushing T. I recommend hitting I and assigning all of your workers automatically. With the recent update, the game starts you off with 30 workforce. So if you're holding down left shift, this is how you can access the things like hiring crew, the bulletin board. So in the trade goods menu, we don't want this station to buy anything, but we want it to actively sell, and we want it to sell goods to others. The value of copper in this region is a little bit lower, so we'll drag that down. This button is a little bit more advanced when you've got some extra money. This will order the station to buy byproducts from all the various NPCs. It costs money up front, but it works similar to the trade stations. It will consume them or trade them away and give you a small profit. But that is something covered in the trade station video, and if you want to learn about that, I can direct you that way. So in the build menu, this station is going to need at least a cargo bay. So let's open it up, all blocks. Comes with crew quarters, that's it. And stone, and some edges. So, build menu, it will need bare minimum of a cargo bay. Doesn't necessarily need to be that big. And your ships will need a dock. So the dock block kind of gives you an idea of what direction ships are going to come from. The higher quality the material, the more effective the dock will be. So for my sake, I am going to make my dock out of Xanian, so I have an absorbent amount. Ships will dock a little bit quicker, things like that. That is the bare minimum requirements in order to power this station, in order to make this station functional. Alright, so we'll give this station a small shield generator made from Xanian. We'll also give it a Xanian generator. There we go, and we're powering up. We have excess workforce. So hold down left shift, get into the trade goods menu. Make sure that you aren't buying goods from others. Make sure that you have turned on the selling goods to others and the actively selling goods. So into the Rift, they added a new couple of features into the bottom left here. You can upgrade the transport value of the little cargo vessels that travel between the various stations that you have. I'll display that in another station because, or another sector, because this station has no one to supply. But other than that, this station is ready to make you money. It does take a bit of time in order for it to actually draw some customers, but if we zoom out here, these bars building up across the bottom, you'll see that they're filling up, and that's letting us know that we're gaining copper or we're mining the resource. In the P menu, you can go under the fleets, and you can even see your space stations. You can see what their inventory looks like. But we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, so we're going to move on to the example of basic supply chains. You'll likely get into this if you really want to make some of the bigger money and even produce some of the materials to make turrets for yourself. So this is my coal mine. We're going to do the same thing. We can access the trade goods menu by holding down left shift. And in here, the price of coal here is very high. I should actually boost this up. So I can deliver goods to various stations. I have a trading post here, a steel factory, and another trading station. If this station had a dependency, I can ask this station to go and also retrieve the various goods. So down here, I have this little squadron of cargo vessels that go back and forth. And hopefully, if we zoom in a bit, as you can see, the little ships darting around, those guys are delivering materials back and forth to the stations. So let's look at the steel factory. Alright, so my steel factory, we look at the inventory menu. Let's see, scrap metal and coal. So this station is not a base producer. It requires other materials in order to produce its good. So let's take a look at how that works. In the trade goods menu, I'm asking my station to fetch goods from the coal mine and the scrap metal trader, and that is how I'm producing steel. Up here, I'm asking it to deliver goods to the wire manufacturer, a trading post, and an allied trade station within our alliance in order to sell off the goods to make money. Inventory space plays a large role. As you can see, this station is nearly full. So keep in mind, having a decent enough cargo bay on your stations is going to definitely hamper you if you're not giving them the room they need to build all the supplies. All right, so brief review of what we went over. I recommend having this deep scanner so that you can see hidden mass sectors, because without them you'll be literally living in load scenes. It is no fun. An object scanner, if possible. At the same time, though, most of these asteroids are pretty easy to spot. So in the strategic menu, push N to get there. You can roll around with WASD and roll in and out. There's a good chance you'll find it. So we can see like there's a very big piece of trinium. And of course, in the mines menu, when you founded your mine, after you claim it, push F, found the mine. The trade goods menu, by holding down left shift, make sure that you are selling goods to others and not buying, because you don't want to do that right now. This will turn on the station's ability to buy material from traders, which acts as mini trade routes. It's an investment. You slowly consume these and the station will pay you. So we'll turn that on. In this corner here, this shows you how much money has been spent on this asteroid to buy material, and this is how much it's made. At this point, it hasn't done much. It typically takes these stations a little while to get started. This is the profit line. If you were going to have many stations supplying this station here, or even this station feeding another, you would want to upgrade these transports, because each transport has a volume of 20 every 6 seconds. Use this to select the stations that you wish to deliver goods to, and this is to fetch goods from. The bare minimum components to make this station work: you're going to require a cargo bay in order to store the produced goods. You're going to need a dock, a place for the ships to actually arrive so they can purchase the goods. You'll know your dock is functioning when you get these white lines kind of coming off of it. I do recommend a shield generator and a normal generator in order to power that shield. I've left the copper mine running for a little bit so you guys can get a little glimpse. I've made 2 sales. It's made 100 grand. Not amazing, but over the entire life of your gameplay, you'll see millions. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching. At this time, I don't have a short for you, but that might change depending on whether or not I can get it done before the video is ready to release. See you all later.